I just met a dad at the school gate, and I was saying, he said, "How was your weekend?" I said, "Well, kind of felt like I felt like we were arguing all weekend. I felt like it was hard work. It was just a bit stressful." And I said, actually, and he said that they'd had a similar sort of experience, and that we were just questioning what I was just saying. I would love a month where life just stops, but it allows me to carry on planning the big transition to a new way of doing life. We are craving an alternative. And we've got friends that live an alternative, and it works. I believe that it works if you're in community with people. I believe if you're on your own, it's very hard work to live an alternative. I'm not sure it's actually possible. Maybe it is. For me personally, I would find that equally as challenging, I think, than I do to be part of this consumer mad world. I think what I'm feeling this morning is just that real sadness about where we're at, the sickness of where we're at, the amount of meat production and the way animals are treated for our own greed. I can't bear it. And the more that I'm aware of it, the more I just can't bear the sickness of it. I can't bear the rush and the pressure around school. I want a pleasurable ease of education. I want food and food production to be part of everybody's daily day of life. So we all do it together. We all eat healthily and consciously. I'd love there to be a shift in our work rhythm so that we are working more together for everyone's gain. These like mini empire buildings and large empire building, it's just so ugly. It's just a sickness, and I'm really feeling it today. And so today I was going to do some other work, but I'm going to focus on some work that I'm doing for Hibiscus. Hibiscus is about saying that there is an alternative, and it starts with you and me, and it starts with how we are in ourselves, and then how we are as community, and then how we are outwardly from there on in. Hibiscus initially is a week away in October, together in a very special place, and I'm developing that. So I will work on that this morning, because it will just refocus me from the feeling of the sickness in the world around me and in my world right now, and it will help transform that into action. I'm a doer, so I like to do things when I feel something. Talking to that dad who's a friend and a lovely guy, but his thoughts were, this is the world we live in. You just got to suck it up. I don't believe that. I don't believe we've got to suck it up. I especially don't believe that as someone who has a faith in a spiritual entity. I believe that I certainly don't have to suck it up. And so I'm making conscious choices not to eat meat. I'm not to eat dairy. I don't want to be part of that disgusting, industry. I don't want to feed it, even if it's just my own person. That's good enough. I don't want to consume everything, think I need everything, buy, constantly be in shops, constantly be online, looking at what I can buy next. I don't want to. I was about to buy a pair of shoes at the weekend because I saw a pair of shoes that my mother-in-law had, and I was like, I love them, and I've always wanted this style of shoe, really comfy, easy on, all the rest of it. 35 quid at Fat Face, brilliant. Literally, I was about to go and buy them, and then I suddenly thought, what am I doing? I don't need them. 35 quid's a lot of money. I stopped myself from getting them, but it's that kind of thing on every level. And I'm just going to not sit here feeling the sickness. I'm going to transform that into action to try and bring the health and the wealth. It's all too easy just to have the attitude of it's just the way of the world. It is the way of the world, but it doesn't need to be. And it certainly doesn't need to be from where I am sitting. And so I'm gonna pick up my responsibility banner, and my little corner of my universe can be transformed by the things that we're doing. We are waiting at the moment. We're not in the waiting room, but we are waiting to hear whether we have won a bid for some land to build a community project of houses, sustainable housing, where we will be building workspace and living home space and community space so we can start the alternative. We put in the bid a while ago, but it's a very long and drawn out process. We may not get the bid, but we may get the bid. And this kind of action, making things happen, pushing forward, striving for the alternative, has to be the only way to get out of the sickness of this society and into a beautiful expression of this society's gems, of the gold, of the people who believe it, who get this, of a shared journey together where we are responsible and conscious about everything that we do and our place on this planet. And ultimately, that's what we're doing. We're building in the backgrounds of all these blogs that I'm doing and all the work I do and all the work my husband does. That is what is underpinning all of this, is that we're working towards something. We call it Twiglu, and I will be telling you more and more about it. But there is an alternative way to live if we come together in community, share resources, share effort, share time, share brain, share passion. We can make things happen. So if you're someone that's feeling quite isolated at the moment, but you get what I'm saying, get in touch, let's network, let's feel connected, because there's lots and lots of us. We need to step out of our positions and say, actually, what can I do? There's a lot I can do. There is a lot you can do. You can start by choosing what you eat, what you buy, and how you live your day-to-day life. Small steps for a big picture. And and I'll continue to tell you more about Twiglu as we go. Over and out.